Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aliens both foreign and domestic, welcome to F-Zero's Grand Prix, featuring none other than that gamer of gamers, the guru of the playthrough, the Chad of the D-pad. He's polar on the controller. He's none other than the Venerable Awlthumbs. That's right. The great gamer Awlthums has sent in his video footage of his playthrough, his attempt to crack the master class. For those of you who don't know, you can start off as a beginner, standard, or expert class. If you want to crack that master class, you've got to finish expert in the top 3, and that is exactly what we're going to see Awlthums attempt to do today, starting with the Night League. And as you can see, he has chosen Samurai Gorath's Fire Stingray as his vehicle of choice. And many critics would laugh at this ridiculous-looking contraption and its color scheme, often calling it the Petrol Abysmal, but it is chosen by Awlthums for a very good reason. Several good reasons. In fact, it is the fastest car out of all of them at 478 kilometers per hour. Can't convert that to non-metrics, I'm afraid, but it's very, very, very fast, the fastest that there is. It also comes in weighing a bulky 1,960 kilograms, which is pretty hefty, and it does impact his ability to accelerate. It is the slowest acceleration out of all 4 cars, but once he gets to that top speed, he will be untouchable. He also corners better than every single car on the list, able to handle like it's on wheels. So that is why the Venerable Awlthums has chosen the Fire Stingray, and we're going to see if he puts it to good use here today. Mute City 1. For those of you who don't know, Mute City is short for Mutant City. And we're off! And an amazing move by Awlthums right off the jump, making both Pyko and Blue Falcon kiss his afterburners as he goes off in search of the car with the fastest acceleration, that is Dr. Stewart's Golden Fox. By the way, Dr. Stewart's full name is Dr. Robert Stewart, and if you want to make him happy, just call him Bob. He would love that. And we can see here already, Awlthums has put great distance behind him and his pursuers, getting up to that 478. He's down to 460, not exactly the ideal way to take that turn, but he is gaining on Dr. Stewart there in his Golden Fox. Actually, it's almost like a lime green fox. And now we're seeing at top speed, he will be untouchable. Awlthums will be, unless he collides with, and there we go, he collides with the khaki car. And were it not for that S-rank, the speed boost that he's get, the speed jet is in fact what it stands for. As you can see in the bottom right corner, it was green for a moment. You get one of those each per lap. And he used that to put himself back in front. As long as he's in front, as long as you can avoid making stupid mistakes or any more collisions with the khaki cars, or worse, he will be fine. And we've got a khaki car coming. Oh my goodness gracious, he decides to park it with a khaki car, and that has put him in danger. But he's able to get in front of Dr. Stewart and the Golden Fox, and using that speed jet is able to dash ahead and put him back at 478 untouchable. Let's see if he can take the corner any better. And he can. Look at that. That's what we're talking about there. 478, right back up to speed. And he is back to being untouchable. Awlthums putting on a display here. Misses the bomb car. Misses the khaki car. Well done. And it looks like he has got an authoritative lead. That time it looked like the khaki car tried to avoid him. Usually those khaki cars try to get in the way. They actually try to cut off your line. And Awlthums does not use his speed jet on that particular turn. But we see, look at that, handled like a true champion. My goodness gracious. What a clinic he is putting on today, ladies and gentlemen. Back up to full speed, full power. It's almost like he's not even trying. Awlthums is a true specimen. Okay, we're not entirely sure what that was all about. More than likely, he was taking a selfie or sending a message to his mother or doing some other amazing thing while driving. Don't recommend that anybody else does that, but if you are a trained professional, as Awlthums is, who knows what you could be doing with that other hand. Let's not speculate that any further, and Awlthums finishes first in Mute City. One of the most amazing soundtracks, or one of the better soundtracks. This entire game is actually filled with amazing soundtracks. Big Blue, 99% water. The other less than 0% is probably all on the course. And once again, jumping in front of Captain Falcon, jumping in front of Pyko, both of them kissing his afterburners, and he is off once again looking identical, in very good form, going after, again, that great acceleration that Golden Fox has that allows him to jump out ahead time after time. But is in check. Oh, this time! Oh my goodness! Blue Falcon, Captain Falcon that is, gets aggressive, is able to put the moves on. Oh my goodness, he's hitting Awlthums again. This is not what he wanted. Pyko has slipped in during the carnage. But Awlthums is back on track. Blue Falcon behind him, as you would expect. Blue Falcon putting the foul in Falcon. Pyko, the anthropomorphized booger, not able to keep up with our dashing Awlthums. sitting on a speed jet, holding that in reserve as he's going to try to make his move on the Golden Fox. He kind of does. He nudges him just enough to threaten him and says, "Goodbye, Dr. Stewart. Goodbye, Bob. Goodbye, Bomb Car." And away I go into first place. Top speed, 478. Cannot be touched, cannot be rivaled. Awlthums is awesome. Just enjoying the soothing sounds emanating from the racetrack. Apparently, that's where the music comes from. I don't know where else to say it comes from. Those are all little speakers, all those little dots on the side of the track. Yes, that is canon, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, that the music you're hearing comes from the glowing orbs on the side of the track, which are the speakers that fills and inundates us with the amazing soundtrack of this video game. And it looks like we're not going to have any competition whatsoever, and that Awlthums is going to cruise to an easy victory and crack that master class without a problem. And based on viewership and demand, we will be broadcasting that master run as well. Whoa! Close call with the Bomb Car there, but nothing that Awlthums cannot handle. And he is just firmly in control. Final lap, burning one of the S-Jets just because he can. Oh my goodness! Bomb Car almost reversed right into him. It's really hard to believe that those are not trying to hit him. That looked like a very purposeful attempt to smack him out of his first place ranking, but it is not enough, and the khaki car cannot put up any kind of a defense. We have not seen grape or lime. Those are... Oh my goodness! But Awlthums finishes in first place, my goodness gracious, and earns an extra car just in case his Fire Stingray happens to combust and burst into flame or explode. He will have 3 more Stingrays to work with, provided he survives, which he always does. And using the same move, once again, getting a nice boost from Pyko and Blue Falcon. You'd think they'd get tired of it by now, but they never do. But they are always ripe for revenge. They are following him, and a little bit of drunken driving there by Awlthums, as he once again closes. We have seen this formula before, time and time again, as he tries to close quickly on the Gold Fox. The faster the Stingray can get out in front, the better off it is, the less likely he is to get bumped from a rival from behind. It's currently at about 415, 420 kilometers per hour, down to 380. That puts him in grave danger of getting hit by the gray fox, the Golden Fox, who can quickly rebound from those slowdowns. Whereas, as we know, as you said, the Fire Stingray has slower acceleration, so once he gets knocked down to 360, oh my goodness gracious, and Pyko and Dr. Joe Bob and Fowl, all of them converge to pick on poor Awlthums, but he is not deterred, passes Falcon. Oh, Falcon trying to edge him again, just seems to come out of nowhere with a heck of a burst, but he does have better acceleration than the Stingray, so that is to be expected. Awlthums, unflappable, not caring at all. Surely he is not even worried about the situation he's in. Third place, very well done. Uses a speed jet to put some distance between himself and the bounty hunter that is Captain Falcon. Don't know if that's his true first name or if he named himself that or if that's just a title. Could have been christened Captain at birth. Would not be the most ridiculous thing this commentator's ever heard of. And Pyko taking the lead once again. Well, not the lead, but taking second place, putting himself firmly between, with his wild goose, putting himself between our hero and his first place that he is craving so bad. Again, that is being held by the Golden Goose. Oh my God! He gives Pyko a nudge, says, "Don't get in front of me again, sir, you disgusting little green cretin, or I will have you." Whatever the heck that means. And so now he's making his way through the sandy track, looking out for that. Okay, yeah, the bomb car, the khaki car, trying to cut that angle. Finds himself in the rocks, in the pebbles, I believe is what they call it in the F1 racing. I watched Turbo the other day, and I believe that is what they're called. It's the pebbles or the gravel or the something. Oh my goodness, what was that? A brilliant move, a brilliant ping pong move, a ricochet, as we refer to it in the profession, by Awlthums. It looks like, and a great way of stopping on a dime. You can tell Awlthums wanted to slow things down after that crazy little ping pong that he had set up, and masterful way to stop on a dime. As Awlthums just can do no wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He is just the quintessential gamer. And through all of that, he has now taken the lead on the very last lap. You don't get it more exciting than this. Bomb car actually driving towards him is not able to thwart him, and the petrol abysmal giving the khaki car a nudge as he moves on to another first-place finish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most amazing thing I have ever seen, and I hope it is not the most amazing thing you've seen, because that would actually be kind of sad. But here we go, Death Wind. This is actually, as you can see, it is nothing but a giant oval. This is a classic thing, classic track for racing. This should be Awlthums. Oh my goodness gracious, the grape passes him. The first grape number 1, passes him. And I'm not entirely sure what we're seeing here. I would have expected this to be Awlthums' shining moment, as this is just all about top speed and body. And he is already at rank 4. That is a bit of a surprise, but you know, Awlthums is always amazing as he attempts to humble commentators who would assume one way or the other. So he is showing that this is actually not as easy as someone like me would have thought, it being a giant oval with a bunch of boost strips. And Awlthums hitting it, taking, oh, he misses for inexplicable reason, misses one of the boosts and decides he's going to take it out on the golden fox and Pico, the wild goose. Oh my goodness gracious, what is going on right now? I don't know, but obviously Awlthums does, as he keeps his vision steady on the horizon, passes, attempts to pass, kind of passes, manages to pass Captain Falcon, and decides he's going to kiss the khaki car. Oh my goodness, and Falcon says, you've been making me kiss your afterburners all day, I'm going to kiss them now when you're not ready. That's all right, though, and I've got to admit, what a showman is Awlthums, as he is at just about 50% power going into 2 laps remaining. He does have a speed jet in reserve in case things get dicey, but really you would have expected him to just hit all of these the acceleration strips or boosts and easily have a commanding lead in first place. But this is all right. First place, he is going to easily take this game, as we expected from the beginning. Oh, and a nice move there. What reflexes, what dashing, daring reflexes we've got on display here for us. And he is going to coast smoothly and calmly to the fair. Okay, burns, he's got one to burn. Speed boost, and the bomb car, what is, and an amazing move, an amazing turnaround move, a little bit of showmanship as he smiles to the crowd, and oh my goodness gracious, the golden fox hits ahead, and Awlthums takes second, because that's exactly what we would expect him to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we expect him to do. He is a great showman. He wants to show that he is not impervious. He wants to make it look like the stakes are higher than they've ever been before, when in fact he could have easily cruised through that with no problem whatsoever. Once again, using the strat that has not let him down so far, which is Kiss My Bumper, Pico, and Blue Falcon. I wonder why he is not giving the Golden Fox that treatment, but could be respect because of Dr. Stewart's position as a doctor. It could be because he's the furthest away and can't reach him. Who knows? But we are now in silence, which is not at all silent. As we can tell, there's music playing. We can hear the sound effects, but I believe that means that the planet itself is quiet. In fact, let me just consult. A truly soundless planet where not even a single noise can be heard. Okay, it's a lie from the manual here. Designated as the final course of the Night League, this course is made up of almost entirely of right-angled corners. It is truly a test of pilot's judgment and a technique in cornering. When we know that Awlthums has shown his amazing technique in cornering, and right there he's using the ping-pong method, ricocheting off the wall, and in that particular case, that actually is legitimate strategy. He may use it excessively at different times, but we, of course, know that anytime he does something we don't understand, it is simply because we cannot conceive of or perceive of the brilliance that is the gamer, Awlthums. Sitting happily at rank 1, has not had to use a single car, has not blown up. Oh, cornering like he's never seen a corner before, allowing the Golden Fox to take the lead to add some excitement to this race. There are plenty of gamers out there who would just choose to decimate the opposition and try to show off and make it look as though they can just easily beat the game, but Awlthums giving the fans the show that he knows that they want. Doing some, and look at that great move there, comes to almost a complete stop, to pause, get a great photo finish. You know, it's very difficult to catch a vehicle moving at 478 kilometers per hour, so he stops so that the photographers can take a great shot of him in his victory, on his way to a victory here. He is ranked number 2, but he's hoping to change that with the speed jet, and he does. He still does have 2 of them in reserve, and his final lap. And now we are seeing him in true form. This is truly the Awlthums, the dominant Awlthums. Taking a little break just so he can handle this corner better, no doubt. as we know he had been doing Ricochet. Let's see, and there we go. That's a great handling there. He does run over the speakers a little bit, but that's okay. That's not canon, by the way, folks. Those are probably just lights guiding the track. Doesn't matter. He's going to burn one, and he had one to burn, and look at that. Look at that. Awlthums finishing first in order to close it out. Now, just for the record, he could have finished in the top 3 and still beaten the expert class here. But as we can see there, rank 2, 1-1-1-1-1-1. Second lap, second race, 3, 1-1-1-1. It takes him a little while to get up to speed, as we know, because of the slow acceleration. Once he does, he is nigh untouchable. And what a show Awlthums has put on. And there we saw a little bit of jousting, a little bit closer than you might have thought it would be on the third race. And of course, next is going to be the one where he made us all look like fools, thinking that he would easily claim number 1. He chose strategically to take number 2 so that he would not be the front runner going into silence, and that's how he was able to sneak up from behind. Had one hiccup on the next to last lap where he came in second place, made us all hold our collective breaths, but he was able to pull it off with a first place finish. And that is Awlthums, Night League cracking master. Next up, we will see Awlthums taking on the Queen League, also on expert mode. Don't miss out.